father is dead and my mother is having a hard time raising me and my sister. Would you please send us $500? The postal employee was touched. He showed the letter to his fellow workers and decided to kick up a few dollars each and send it to their family. They were able to raise $300. A couple of weeks later, the same post office delivered a second letter addressed to God. The boy thanked God for the recent infusion of cash, but ended his request. Next time, would you send the money directly to us? If you send it through the post office, they deducted $200. If I sold my house, my car, and had a big garage sale and gave all the money to the church, would that get me to heaven? I asked the children one Sunday morning in Sunday school class. No, the children all answered. If I cleaned the church every day, mowed the yard, and kept everything neat and tidy, would that get me into heaven? Again the answer was no. Well then, if I was kind to the animals and gave candy to all the children and loved my wife, would that get me into heaven? I asked again. Once more they answered, no. Well, I continue, thinking they were a good bit more theologically sophisticated than I have anticipated them. Then how do I get into heaven? A 5-year-old boy shouted out, you got to be dead. Some favorite messages spotted on church signs or billboards submitted by my congregation. Fire insurance inside. This church is prayer conditioned. God answers email. Pray now, avoid Christmas rush. Sign broken. Come inside for message. This is a CH? What's missing? You are. Stop in the name of love and meet the Supreme. Walmart is not the only saving place. The best position, it's on your knees. Goat for dinner? A young couple invited their aged pastor for Sunday dinner. While they were in the kitchen preparing the meal, the minister asked their son what they were having. Goat, the little boy replied. Goat, replied the startled man of cloth. Are you sure about that? Yes, said the youngster. I heard Pa say to Ma, might as well have the old goat for dinner today as any other day. A man walked into the ladies' department in Macy's and shyly asked the woman behind the counter, I'd like to buy a bra for my wife. What type of a bra? Asked the clerk. Type? Inquired the man. There's more than one type? Look around, said the sales lady, and she showed the sea of bras in every shape, size, color, and material. Actually, even with all the variety, there are only 4 types of bras, she replied. Confused, the man asked again what the types were. The sales lady replied, the Catholic type, the Salvation Army type, the Presbyterian type, and the Baptist type. Which one do you need? Still confused, the man asked, what's the difference between them? The lady responded, it's all really quite simple. The Catholic type supports the masses. The Salvation Army type lifts up the fallen. The Presbyterian type keeps men starched and upright. And the Baptist type makes mountains out of the molehills. A minister who was very fond of pure, hot horseradish always kept a bottle of it on his dining room table. One Once at the diner he offered some to a guest, who took a big spoonful.